Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We're here in nature, the birds are singing, beautiful sunshine. Fear. How do we overcome fear? Any fear, doesn't matter what it is. Fear is false evidence appearing real. My definition of fear is a self-created feeling emanating from an imaginary belief based on the illusion of separation. To let go of fear, we have to start loving ourselves 100%, accepting ourselves 100%, embracing nature, breathing in fresh air, eating foods which raise our vibration. All of this helps alleviate the fear, but essentially the power lies in our hands. We ultimately have to let go of society's expectations. What do you fear? Many of us, we have fears about all kinds of things. The greatest one may be dying. It may be rejection. It may be commitment in relationships. Not getting that dream job. The financial collapse. The new world order. Our body image. Future wars. Certain people. Rejection. The fear of failure. The fear to be anonymous in the world where everyone is trying to make it. Alien abductions. Looking people in the eyes. Public speaking. Not having enough money. People. Success. Abundance. There are so many things we fear day to day. How do we free ourselves from fear? How do we let go of society's expectations? Fear is never in the present moment. Fear is either in the past or the future. Therefore, we have to tap into the present moment to let go of fear, because the power is in the now. There are so many things to be afraid of in the world we're living in. But we have to remember that fear is the greatest energy vampire. The more we are in fear, the more we lose our energy. I found 5 ways to let go of fear on my journey, which has helped me overcome fear. And it's an ongoing process. We have to work at it every single day. First of all, what are you afraid of? Fear doesn't live in the present, only in the future or in the past. Number 1, a great way I've found to overcome fear is to face your fear. Look your fear straight in the eyes. Feel the fear and do it anyway. You have to go for it. We have to embrace this challenge fear is offering to us, because fear is always making us rise higher. Fear never takes place. Fear is when we are waiting for something to happen. It is that anticipation. And when something happens that we fear, then what? Then we look for another fear. So we have to ask ourselves, what is the worst that could happen? And when it does happen, how bad was it? How did it make me feel? And then we see that I've overcome this fear, so I can overcome another one. Number 2, do not externalize your power. Many of us, when we talk about being fearful, we've given away our power to someone we feel is more superior than us. It may be through a religion. It may be through a guru. It may be through feeling someone has put a spell on us. So therefore we are externalizing our power. And now we are victims. Whenever you see yourself as a victim, you will always remain in fear. We have to essentially take back our power to overcome fear. Once you realize that you are the architect of your own reality, we are creating our reality based on our thoughts and feelings. Everything we see is based on our perception. Therefore, once you realize that secret, it liberates you. Because when you can see, we are giving energy to what we focus on. You turn into what you're tuned into. If you say, I'm not worthy, someone else is worthy, then that's it. You're going to be fearful. You're going to feel that person has dictatorship over your life. When we talk about fear, we always have to remember that we must not let anyone place value over our own lives. We have to give ourselves our unique value system. When we talk of not externalizing our power, it is all about taking responsibility for our feelings, for our internal condition. For seeing that we are creating the experiences within our reality. Other people are there, yes, but essentially we choose how we respond to everything which happens to us. We have to reclaim our power once again and start smiling. Number 3, a great way to overcome fear is do not justify your fear. Something could have happened to us 20 years ago. Maybe someone came into the room, your brother or your sister, and they put a spider on your forehead. And now ever since, when you see a spider, it makes you terrified. So we're justifying our fear. I'm fearful because so and so happened to me. Once you see that when you rationalize your fear, you always become a prisoner of your fear, because essentially you're having a reason for holding on to the fear. Because you are telling yourself that this fear is coming from the outside rather than the inside. The power lies within us. When we no longer have an excuse for our fear, when we no longer justify it, we can move past the fear. Because we're not having a reason for it to exist. It does not need to exist any longer. It's not serving a purpose. It's not creating a well-being within our body. Number 4, change your belief. It's all BS, belief systems. Once you can change your mind, you can change your world. In essence, you change your relationship you have to fear, therefore liberating yourself of it. Belief is so powerful. If you say, I can overcome this fear, then you're right. If you say, I cannot overcome this fear, then you're right. Everything is based on our perception we have of ourselves. That is greater than the perception other people have of us. Many of our fears emanate from not being worthy, not feeling good enough, struggling to make it and look great in the eyes of other people. All of that has to disappear. Number 5, a great way to overcome fear is to let go of judgment. Let it go. The more you judge, the more you separate. Separation is the foundation of fear. Separation is the only disease. It is the cause, everything else is the effect. That's what I found on my journey. Why am I judging someone else? It is because I feel intimidated by their presence. All of that separation, that is why nation is against nation. Human being is against human being. Everything is connected. I am another yourself now. So long as you have fear in your heart, you can never be free. We have to be aware every single second of the day where we are directing our energy. Are we focusing on what we want, or are we focusing on what we fear? Many of us on the planet are addicted to fear. It has become our medicine. We read newspapers which make us feel worse. We read magazines. We watch television which tells lies to your vision. All of this creates a massive appetite for us. The more we eat, the more our stomach grows larger for fear. And in essence, we become what we tune into. You turn into what you're tuned into. Therefore, you end up becoming that fear. The only thing to fear about fear is fear itself. We have to be vigilant every single day where we are directing our energy. Is this feeling of fear, which I am creating because I am a co-creator, how is it serving me? Is it empowering me? Or is it taking away my energy? These are the kinds of questions we have to ask ourselves. Become aware of your body. That is a great way also to overcome fear. Body awareness. Along my journey, I found that the body is the unconscious mind. The body never lies. The body is always communicating to us. We just have to listen to our inner oracle, which is our heart. When we see that the body, mind, spirit, the three are interconnected. If you're fearful in your spirit, you're fearful in your mind. If you're fearful in your mind, you're fearful in your body. If you have a tense body, then you have a tense mind and you have a tense spirit. The three are interchangeable. So once you can see that, you see the pattern throughout everything in existence. That's why it's so important for people to find time to reconnect with their body, whether it's through dancing, exercising, anything that helps you tune into your body and calm it down. That way you alleviate fear within your body. The fear disappears in your mind and spirit, and vice versa. To overcome fear, we have to release tension within the body. That way we release tension within the mind. Much of our fear is muscle memory. It's actually stored within our body. Fear now becomes a pattern within the body. A lot of people who are afraid to look other people in the eyes, what do? They put their head down to the ground because they don't want to look at anyone face to face. Now this actually in turn creates muscular tension in the neck. So now the fear has actually left an imprint in the body. Now fear is in the body as a muscle memory. So once you actually change your relationship you have to your body through healing practices, whether it's yoga, whatever it is, once you heal your body, you heal your mind, because you're taking and you're reprogramming that fear and making it disappear completely. But energy is stored within our body. That is the secret. Fear is stored within our body. Love is stored within our body. A lot of people, they don't want to smile. Smiling frees you from fear completely because you are expanding. The more you frown and you're making your face like a stone statue, eventually that is what you become 24/7. People look at you and say, "Are you okay?" "I'm fine." But you don't look okay because the body never lies. Therefore, the fear has left an energetic signature on your body. So we have to always be aware of our body awareness. How are we carrying ourselves? Are we keeping our heads up? That is the secret of body language. How we carry ourselves externally is how we feel internally. The power lies within you. In every single action, we are creating our own reality. Yes, some people will say we are governed by everything around us. Yes, that is true to a certain extent. We don't have control over what happens to us. We only have control of how we respond. That is why when we talk of overcoming fear, we must change our reaction to a situation before we change our interaction with that situation. Everything is based on how we respond. That determines how long the fear will stay with us. Attitude is also a great way to overcome fear. How do you see things? The same event happened to two people, but they never saw it in the same way. That is because each one is taking a different attitude. Therefore, each one is dealing with fear in a different way. Attitude is actually creating a blood chemistry within the body. Fear itself is a chemical. Once you can actually realize that, you say, I have the power to change my attitude, which in turn will change chemicals which are being released from the brain. Phenomenal. Many of us, our fears emanate from our lifestyles, even from the foods we eat. Certain foods have very healing qualities and vibrations, whether it's kale, avocados, pineapples, green beans. Every food carries a particular vibration, and we can actually use food to heal us from fear. Many people who are very fearful all the time, you will find it is because they're eating a very refined diet. It's full of a lot of sugars, junk food, garbage. I found on my journey, once I transitioned to a plant-based diet, eating more sun foods, more whole foods, fear began to disappear, and I noticed how everything is connected. You are what you eat, drink, and think. Everything is intertwined. So we must look at our lifestyle, our environment. What are we tuning into? Is it alleviating my fear, or is it adding to it? What music am I listening to? Is it leaving me with a sense of calm, or is it only maximizing my fear? What about friends? Am I connecting to kindred spirits? Or am I connecting and thinking about people who are taking away my energy? All of that power lies within us to overcome the fear. But it all starts with us taking responsibility. Many of us are afraid of the unknown. We fear the uncertainty of life. We want security. Some people are afraid of death. We have what we call the existential anxiety, which is, oh my gosh, we're living in a transient universe. I have certain people I know and they've just died. Maybe this will happen to me. When you realize that energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transferred, you see that the spirit within you lives on forever. We have to tap into our inner child. We have to embrace the unknown. We have to embrace the uncertainty, remembering when everything was mysterious. Have you ever wondered why children, they don't fear like adults do? Because they are tapped and tuned into the present moment. Everything is happening continuously. Life is a continuous process. The past, the present, and the future are all happening simultaneously. And that is why children are so powerful, because they are tuned into the source. The more you live away and deviate from the present moment, the more you deviate from source, which is a part of yourself. We are made from the same fabric as the universe. The universe does not want you to be afraid. Is that why you were created? We have to ask ourselves these questions. Was I put on planet Earth to be and live in perpetual fear 24/7? Because when I turn on the TV, there's a war going on here. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my job. Once you let go of fear, you restore inner balance within your temple, which is within yourself. There are so many things we can learn from children. We have to tune and keep alive the inner child within us. That is where our power lies. The body can reveal so much to you about your emotional condition. The more you create alignment within your body, the more you create alignment within your mind, the more you create alignment within your spirit. Everything is connected together. We have to see that. Balanced body, balanced mind, balanced spirit. That is the original Trinity. When we talk of overcoming fear, we have to look at the words we use. Words are powerful vibrations. The word grammar coming from the word grimoire, meaning book of spells. Therefore, everything we speak is a spell of some sort. They say words were created to hide the truth. By changing the words you use every single day, this can help you overcome certain fears. I can't. No. I can. I've found on my journey this has helped me tremendously, just to say I can instead of I can't. That reprograms your whole body. It remolds every single cell in your body. Once you say I can, your cells are working for you. Once you say I can't, you are closing off yourself to a world of infinite possibilities, because everything is possible, nothing is impossible. Use words as positive affirmations to heal yourself. Use words that uplift you. Use words that inspire you. Because we are talking to ourselves even when we are not talking. The body is communicating to every single cell. Therefore, if you talk to your body, you can heal yourself of fear. Talk to your heart. Talk to your liver. Talk to your pancreas. What energy are you directing to these organs? Is it an energy of fear, or is it an energy of love? There are only two energies in the universe, fear or love. We have to ask ourselves, what are we inviting into our kingdom, which is within ourselves, fear or love? The power lies within our hands. We have to be ready to use it when we're ready. Becoming lighter is the only way to fly. That is a great way to overcome fear. Have fun. Become lighter in heart. Many of us, we're holding on to baggage. We are holding on to fear through justifying it. We are saying, I need to hold on to this fear because the moment I let go of this fear, then I let go of the experience of what has happened to me. No. We can forgive. We don't have to forget, but we can let go of the fearful energies which are in essence only harming ourselves to a greater degree. So many people on the planet are living in fear. Fear breeds a whole host of other negative emotions, such as guilt, anxiety, panic. All of these, stress, it builds up to a crescendo until eventually people become stuck. They turn into the very things they are afraid of. In my early journey, I was afraid of the powers that be. And then I realized we are the powers that be, because we are creating our own reality. We are the power plant creating every single experience in our reality. It's all coming from your perception. You are powering your reality. You are the glue which is holding everything in place. We have a phenomenal power, and many people in the world are realizing this. It's about connecting with like minds right now on the planet. United we thrive, supporting one another to let go of fear. Changing where we place our focus, because what we focus on grows. In my early journey, I wanted to be updated with every single news feed. But why does bad news always sell? The more you tune into something which is only gonna disempower you, the more unworthy you feel. Yes, we need to know what is going on around the planet, but ask yourself, is it liberating you, or is it keeping you a prisoner of your own mind? That is the question. To do or to be, that is the question. Many of us are caught in doing. I have to go to work. I have an appointment here. We are running away from ourselves. The human being is on the run from itself. I found in my journey, by moving from doing into being, you overcome fear, because you allow yourself to surrender to the present moment. It's so liberating just to see that little secret right there. We don't always have to live in survival mode. We can free ourselves of this notion that we need to compete with one another, that we need to fight for our slice of cake. No. We can just essentially accept ourselves 100%. All we have to do is become who we are authentically. And it's happening right now on the planet. As more people go back to nature, go within themselves, start to think for themselves, the more they let go of fear, because in essence, they see that their fear is not really theirs. It is actually the media's fear. It is a fear which has been implanted in your mind from childhood. This is what is keeping you in bondage and in slavery. It frees you just to see that the fears we have are not even our own. Many people are fighting in wars on behalf of someone else. Many people don't like certain people because they are raised in a culture and a tradition which says you are not supposed to like this person. We have to be free from all man-made dogma and law. There is only universal law. We have to align ourselves to that. Nature is the only authority. We have to let go of any kind of separation, because all of this is the root of our fears and our concerns. to let go of fear, you have to know thyself. We have to have a greater relationship to ourselves. All the time, we are going out of ourselves. I am going here. I am going there. We have to take the journey within ourselves to begin to discover who we are. I am not a Democrat, a Republican, a conservative, a lawyer. I am not my job. I am not my skin color. I am not my nationality. I am not my race or religion. I am none of these things. When I saw this on my journey, it freed me from fear. We have to essentially let go of all labels. We have to let go of society's expectations. Let go of other people's definition. Create your own. Dance. Be free and at one with nature. Learn from everything around you. And remember, we came here to discover who we are. We came here to live free. We came here to have a party. So let's do that. We're here in nature. It's beautiful. Fear no more. Fear less. I love that. Fear less. Enjoy life. Have fun. And remember, every time you are in fear, you are moving away from the present moment. And the power is right here, right now. We're in nature. It's beautiful. Enjoy life. Enjoy the moment. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.